Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to the very first of my gameplay streams for 2017. Hopefully this year is going to be a good one for gaming. In a lot of ways, I think this year is kind of guaranteed to be a pretty splendid one in regards to video games. In particular, because this year we're going to see a lot of game releases and games coming out that really were supposed to come out previously. A lot of games got delayed, a lot of games getting pushed back, and things that have had a lot of hype and anticipation behind them, right? That'll be releasing this year. I am Darkside Phil. Happy New Year, everyone. It is 2017. Today is January 1st. That's right. That is right. Hitting the ground running, starting off strong this year. I see a lot of people are kind of hungover and or humbugged about the new year. I'm up and awake normal time today. I'm posting up on Twitter, and I'm sharing, stuff. It snowed today. I shared a picture of that on Instagram, and, all kinds of stuff. And you got people who are just being kind of like, I don't know, like nasty about the new year. Like, ooh, we're hungover. Why are you posting on Twitter? I'm like, what? For me, yeah, the new year is a happy time, a time of renewal, a time of hope and anticipation for a new year. That doesn't mean that everything just stops. For me, yeah, I'm excited that it's 2017, but we keep going, right? I'm awake, I'm here, I'm working. My girlfriend Leanna, she was up this morning. Boom, she went to work. I mean, this is just another day. You know what I mean? I don't understand why some people think that, like, today is such a shutdown day or whatever. I don't know. I've never been like that. I guess I'll celebrate the new year, but pretty much my entire life, New Year's Day is a day when I had to either go to school or work or do whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it was never like a day where, oh, okay, well, it's, I partied my ass off last night and I'm not going to do anything today. I don't know. Never been like that for me anyway. So anyway, here we are, ladies and gents, live on stream, or if you're watching this pre-stream, on demand on YouTube, hello and welcome as well. And what are we doing today? We're doing Pokemon Moon. Okay, now this is a game. Came out mid-November 2016. Yeah, a month and a half ago. And the bottom line is I really like it. I actually think that this Pokemon game in particular is a lot more challenging than any previous ones that I've played. But in regards to that, sadly, Pokemon isn't exactly the most prominent of series. All right, let's take. Does it have a fan base? Yes, absolutely. Is it profitable? Yes, absolutely. But is it a game that's incredibly interesting to watch someone play? No, not necessarily. Okay, and I understand that this game, excuse me, this game was not going to be getting any kind of crazy amount of attention or anything like that. And I knew that other games such as Final Fantasy 15 and the very few kind of new releases that came out sporadically throughout December were going to be what people wanted to see as they released. So Pokemon Moon kind of took a back burner attitude with my gaming schedule. Now, in addition to that, I've been sick, okay? And I've been freaking sick, for weeks now. And I still got these lingering symptoms. Sadly, my throat keeps getting worn out. Now, the good news is that for the commentary that I've been doing the past few days, I've been doing multiplayer with the patrons and Zelda. It hasn't been too voice intensive. The bad news is this game, Pokemon Moon, is very, very voice intensive because I have to read all of the dialogue, okay? So really, I've held back on playing this game as much as I could until I felt my voice, was up to snuff, so that I can, do this playthrough for you and finish it up. Okay. So, the good news is my throat is feeling somewhat better. It's certainly not as bad as it was. The bad news is it's not 100% yet. So I ask you to please be patient. I will have multiple drinks here. I'll have, cough drops and everything that I need here to fight through any kind of hoarseness of my voice. But I certainly can't promise you that for all 3.5 hours of today's stream that I'm going to sound great. All right? Especially with all the reading I'm going to be doing. I get the feeling that there is going to be some hoarseness at some point, all right? Okay, so that's the deal. That's today's gameplay stream, Pokemon Moon. Now, for those of you who like this playthrough and are kind of disappointed that it took forever for me to kind of get back to it, I will be finishing the game this week. From what I'm to understand, Okay? At least from what I'm to understand here, this is basically near the end of the game. I'm on the 4th and final island of the game, and then there's some end game stuff. So people are saying maybe 2-3 sessions tops. Okay? And I'm going to complete the playthrough. So that's good. Okay? That's a good thing. And I do want to wrap up the game. Will I be reviewing Pokemon Moon? Let's be real here. Probably not. And some people might be disappointed with that. But the bottom line is this. Number one, at this point, I'm only playing through the main campaign of the game. I've heard that there's actually going to be post-game content that I probably may not be doing at this point. And I've also, obviously, there's online capabilities like online trading and online multiplayer, which I haven't done yet. So for me to review the game kind of wouldn't be fair. You know what I mean? Like, if I didn't do all the stuff in the game and explore all the features of the game, how can I review it? That's number one. Number two, it is official that I am now working on my year-end series. And the bottom line is, it's January, and I'm just starting my year-end series. Because I was so caught up with all the new releases and stuff going on in December, and also the fact that I was sick, that I lost some time away from working because of the sickness that I had. I'm behind. Okay, now the good news is there's not a lot going on in January, so it doesn't matter that I'm behind. I have plenty of time to work on and release these year-end series. It's not like, oh god, I have to rush them out now. I don't actually, and that's a good thing. But that being said, once I start working on these year-end series, I'm going to be inundated with them for weeks. I've got the top 20, not 10, the top 20 most disappointing games of 2016, excuse me. Then I've got the fan-voted funniest moments of 2016. And then, after that, I've got my Game of the Year awards. So, there you go. I've got 3 different year-end series that I need to work on. And keep in mind, these aren't things that I can just pump out quickly. They take several hours per video. So, 1 to 2 sessions per video to actually get them out and release them. So, really, potentially, maybe I can release 1 series a week or something like that. I'm thinking something like that. Maybe 1 series a week. So, first week of January here, the disappointing games. Second week, funniest. And then the third week, I finish off my Game of the Year awards in time for the new releases, which incidentally are at the very end of January. Resident Evil 7. And I'm going to be doing... I'll talk about that in a moment, my patron stuff. I'll get to that. I'm going to talk about that as a separate segment here on the pre-stream, okay? So, yeah, that's pretty cool that I have the time to do the year-end series. But that being said, do I want to now interrupt my year-end series to now work on a game review? No, I don't. I want to focus on the year-end series. I want to put them out, make them entertaining and good quality for you, and not have to say, I'm taking 2 days away now to do another review, and then I'll go back. No, I just want to focus on the year-end stuff, okay? So there you have it. I won't be reviewing formally Pokemon Moon, but I will say this. It is, in my opinion, I actually like this game a lot better than Omega Ruby, probably because it's newer. You got new Pokemon, new experiences. You know what I mean? It really is a fun new experience in the Pokemon universe versus I really felt that Omega Ruby felt like I was playing the original Pokemon games, and there wasn't a lot that was new about it. So I actually do like this game a lot better than I did Pokemon Ruby. All right? Okay. So that's the deal. Today, Pokemon Moon stream. Later tonight, I'll be doing the weekend preview. This will be a very important weekend preview because I'm going to lay out my schedule for the week. All right? Including more Zelda, the final patron multiplayer session, and, the conclusion of Pokemon Moon. And later this week, it looks like I will probably be starting the new game that I'm going to be playing. Now, there's been a lot of debate about what I should play. My idea was to redo Dark Souls 1 as a legitimate run with face cam and all that. Redo the game from the beginning as a real legit playthrough, which I've never done. When I played it when it was a new release, I flubbed through it for a few sessions, didn't like it, and quit it. And then when I went back to it in 2013... I had my handheld the entire time and, summoning people to basically carry me through bosses and such. I want to do it by myself. You know what I mean? I want to beat it legit. I want to say now, legitimately, I've beaten every Dark Souls game, okay? But it seems that there's kind of an uproar. When I announced that this is what I wanted to do, a large group of people said, yay, that's awesome, we'd love to see that. But at the other side, there were some people that said, we don't want to see that. You've been there, done that, you've already done Dark Souls, and we want to see something else. The problem with this group of people, though, all right, is that there's no consensus on what it is you want to see me do in its place. Some people say I should play games like Manhunt or redo a GTA playthrough now that I'm doing direct capture, and I didn't do direct capture on those GTA playthroughs way back when. Some people are saying I should play a Sonic game, right? But it's funny because even then there's no consensus on what Sonic game I should play. Some people say I should do a genocide run of Undertale, okay? Everyone basically is saying something completely different, and this is the problem with when I have downtime like this, typically, is that sadly, there's no agreement or consensus on what I should be playing, and then ultimately, whatever I choose to play, one group of people is happy, and everyone else is upset that I'm not playing what specifically they wanted to see me play, so it doesn't seem like there's a winner here, you know what I mean? I'm not sure what to do. So, I don't know. I'm thinking about it, and I'll talk about it in the weekend preview tonight. The good news is I have the rest of the week kind of to think about it until I decide later this week what I want to play. Okay. And I guess we'll go from there. I'm not sure. I'm gonna mull it over, and I'll have to have a decision by the end of this week when finally I get to the time where it's time to start whatever the new playthrough is going to be. That I'm going to balance with Zelda, to carry me through this month until we get to the new releases at the end of the month. Okay. By the way, I will say this. No, it's not going to be Phoenix Wright. A lot of people have said, why don't I play a Phoenix Wright game? Apparently, there was a Phoenix Wright game that came out last year, a new one. I wasn't even aware of this. The answer right now, I can tell you up front, is no, I'm not playing a Phoenix Wright game. It's just not going to happen because of my voice. Until I'm 100% physically, there's no way I'm going to be doing a game where the entire game is me reading text. It's just not going to happen. All right? So, I can't do it. I physically and with my health, I can't do it. I couldn't do a Phoenix Wright game, all right? Now, what the hell does this mean? I'm sorry, I'm going to address this. This guy, Vendatus, in the stream chat just said, well, don't complain about views if they're low. What are you talking about? He's basically saying, like, he's saying it, like, indignantly, like, I'm not listening to feedback, and therefore, don't complain about views if they're low, because I'm not listening. I just explained to you I am listening, and there's no consensus. So there's no way for me to actually do what people want, because everyone wants something different. So for you to say something like that is incredibly disrespectful, and pretty ignorant, quite honestly. That's not the way to start off the new year. We're supposed to be here hopeful, positive, right? Hitting the ground running, having fun, not being a dick. So don't be a dick. Okay. Alright, so now, one final thing I want to talk about before we actually begin today's gameplay. An update on Patreon, okay? We got good news and we got bad news, alright? Let's start with the bad news first. Let's get it out of the way. The bad news is that, well, obviously 2016 is over. It's too late to pledge to my Patreon for 2016. All right? It just is. And sadly, unfortunately, there were over 20 people who unfortunately had their pledges declined. They pledged, and it did not process for whatever reason. And the other part of the bad news here is that a few of these pledges were quite large. Okay, I'm not even kidding here. Over $100 that was pledged to my Patreon did not process. So basically, we're on the edge right now of hitting the goal for December. The goal, if you remember correctly, was that we're going to do a Twitch and Chill marathon stream near the end of January. It's going to be right before Resident Evil 7 releases. Okay, and it's going to be basically me playing games that aren't necessarily playthrough style games. They're games that are more relaxed, more casual, where I'm going to have a lot of interaction with the stream chat. It'll be more of an event where I'm here to try to talk with you and have a good day, fun day interacting with the stream chat rather than caring about the gameplay. It's not going to be something that I'm recording necessarily for YouTube, okay? So it's unique, it's different, it's something completely out of the ordinary from what I would normally do. All right. But sadly, because of the amount of people who were declined, we're basically like right there on the edge. All right. Like there's a very strong chance that we're going to hit the goal. But there's also a chance if no one of these declined pledges updates their information and they clear that, we won't hit the goal. All right. That sucks. And that's why all December I was being real with everyone. I was like, listen, you know, I know what's going to happen. We're going to have a bunch of people who are going to, you know, reduce their pledges last minute. And we need people to kind of make up for that. And I think it kind of fell on deaf ears. And, you know, I understand why. I'm not here to be a negative dick at all. It was the end of the year. A lot of people had a lot of money that they spent for Christmas, right? You had loved ones and friends. You bought a lot of presents. Maybe you broke the bank. Hell, I've been there before. I've done it where now you're going to be paying off all the debt you racked up in December for the next 4 months. So I totally get it, all right? But I wasn't just saying this for my own, you know, health or information. Now we're in this situation where we're on the precipice of hitting the goal, and I don't know if we're going to hit it or not because tons of people reduced their pledges last minute, and we didn't get many new pledgees to make up for it, okay? So we'll see. I'll have an update for everyone, hopefully within the next couple of days, as people go in there and update their information and pledges. Typically, at least half the people who get declined end up having their pledges processed, all right? So that's the good news. Well, that's the bad, or that's the good. No, that is the good news. Excuse me. So the good news here is that I actually am confident, pretty confident that we're going to hit the monthly goal for December. It's just the bad news is it didn't happen right away, and I can't guarantee it, but I think we're good to go. All right. But that being said, one negative that comes out of this is that today's January 1st, and typically I process all of everyone's perks on the first Sunday of the month. Being that so many people were declined, I can't do that today. I have to wait, okay? So if you did pledge in December and you're a new pledgee, all right? If you're a new pledgee and you're someone who you need to get your forum account upgraded, right? Because you want to nominate games or you want to, you know, get your name in the crawl at the end of the weekend preview, okay? I can't do that tonight, because I have to wait for these people whose pledges were declined to update their information. And then once that's done, then I'll have the data that I need to process all the perks. The problem with Patreon, I've said this all along, it's a very manual process. Nothing is automated. Nothing is very refined. All I get is a report, a text report from them saying who processed and who didn't. Let's say, for example, today, if I were to give everyone their perks, well, guess what would happen? Every one of those 20 or some declined people, if they updated their pledges, I get no notification that they did, and therefore I have no idea if they should be getting their perks or not. And that's the problem with Patreon. It's very, very infantile when it comes to the technology that they're using to really divvy out data. And if anything, my number one desire from them was that they make their business more modernized. Why can't I get notifications when people's pledges process so that I know to give them their perks, right? Doesn't happen. So because of that, it's going to have to wait a week. So if you did pledge to my Patreon and it did process, sorry, but you're going to have to wait till a week from today, next Sunday, and then I'll have all the proper data about who processed and who didn't, and then I'll be able to give out the perks, okay? All right. Anything else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else before we start here. I don't think so. I think that's pretty much it. Now you guys know about all the plugs, right? I'm not going to plug any kind of too much plugging or anything. All right, I'm just not. Because it's the new year and you know all about it. So I'm not going to go crazy. But, that being said, I do appreciate those of you who are, you know, actively doing these things. You know, my Loot Crate link. I just unboxed the Slam Crate on Loot Crate. That was an awesome one. You know, using that referral link that I plug all the time gives me some extra cash. So I appreciate that. you know, being a patron of my girlfriend's business, The Black Currant, where she sells those handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. I appreciate that. All right? I appreciate all of that. Oh my god. Would people in the stream chat please stop fucking fighting? I already said this twice. I'm going to say it one more time. It's a new year. People need to calm the fuck down. I'm here doing a pre-stream and I'm looking at the stream chat and people are acting like little kids arguing with each other. What the hell are you doing? Could you guys fucking relax? And I'm just going to put my foot down right now. I don't care if you're a regular, if you're a sub, if you're a mod of my stream chat. You need to fucking relax and stop having your personal issues basically take over my stream chat. I'm trying to do a pre-stream, and I see people getting kicked, and I see... It's bullshit. Everyone, settle down. Fucking chill. Chill out. It's a new year. People are here to try to have fun on a stream, not to see people arguing and slapping each other and getting angry at each other in the fucking stream chat. Relax. I don't want to see... I'll tell you, I will start slapping the shit out of people in the stream chat if I have to. You know? I'm not going to put up with this. You guys are here for me... And then I look at the stream chat and people making it all about their own personal shit and arguing with each other. It's not cool. All right? It's just not cool. People are here to have fun, right? And to have a fun Pokemon stream, not to see this shit. And I'm going to put my foot down right now. I don't want to put up with this anymore. If I see it again, you'll all get the fucking boot. People who are doing this shit. Okay? No more fighting. I've had enough. Putting my foot down. Yeah, exactly. Someone just said, what is this, Dark Side High School? I agree. It shouldn't be like that. So everyone chill the fuck out. There you go. Are we good now? Is everyone relaxing? Seriously, is everyone relaxing? All right, I think we're all calming down. We're all settling down. Okay, good. No more... I want no finger pointing. I want no arguments. I want everyone to settle the hell down and relax. And let's have a fun Pokemon stream, all right? Now, because of that, I lost my place. I don't know where the hell I was. I'll just say this. Happy New Year, everyone. Let's have fun with this gameplay stream. All right, let's relax, let's be chill, and let's be nice to each other, and let's look forward to the future. That's what New Year is all about. A time of renewal, a time of new thought, hopefulness, you know, for the new year, and looking forward to a positivity and good stuff coming. All right, let's not dwell on all the shit that happened to us in 2016, because there was a lot of shit. Let's let that pass on, and let's get to the good stuff. Sound fair enough? Everyone happy with that? Everyone agree? Okay, good. I guess we're good. All right, let's end the pre-stream, and let's get started with Pokemon Moon. Alrighty? Alrighty. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, wait. I should... Wow, I haven't done this thing in months. Happy New Year! All right, there we go. All right, here we go. Let's stop the pre-stream and let's get started.